What's the deal, everybody, and welcome to the 512 Texans Podcast. I am your host at It's Dat Boy J 512, welcoming you in to another edition of the show. I hope everybody's doing good because right now there's a lot of players in the NFL that are probably very scared to get any phone calls or messages from the team because what we know is coming up tomorrow, the deadline for all teams to get down to 53 players. So some players' NFL careers will be ended tomorrow, and that's just sad, man. I hope most of the Texans players are able to find spots on the practice squad and or on other teams' squads or practice squads, but I hope that they are able to continue with their journey in this league. So I'm going to just go through some of the positions and tell you guys some of the players I think that are going to make the 53. So if we want to start off with QBs, we know for sure that our man Davis Long Neck Mills will be our starting quarterback. And at this point, I feel like we're going to keep Kyle Allen, and I think we have to keep Jeff Driscoll just to kind of be, Jeff Driscoll is, versatile, and he can do many things for this team. So I think at this point, we're probably going to have to run all three, whether Jeff Driscoll suits up most of the season or not, that's to be debated. But right now, I think, Davis Mills, Kyle Allen, Jeff Driscoll, that'll be our QBs. Going into running backs, I think even though he hasn't officially been named RB1, we got Dameon Pierce coming in as my RB1, followed by Marlon Mack. And I guess at this point, I think he's so dialed in to the Houston Texans and Nick Casario's culture that Rex Burkhead will be on the squad, even though I'm not sure he is the best player. And I think we keep one more, and I think that it's going to be Dare Ogunbowale. I totally murdered that, and I apologize, Dare. Good man right there. So I think Royce Freeman's going to, hit the road, and good luck to him. And I think Darius Jet Anderson, I think, was already put on IR, so we'll be seeing him, not make it. For fullback, I think we're going to be keeping I still think it's Paul Quisenberry. I think PQ was going to get the job, but, the rookie Troy Hairston or whatever, he's going to put up a fight. This is a position I'm not really too sure at, but I'm going to go with PQ myself. I think the importance is bringing back this fullback position along with this upgraded offensive line from last year is going to be what helps Dameon Pierce and Marlon Mack kind of succeed in the league. And it's going to help our team because as much as we might not want to admit it, we are a run-first team. Lovie Smith will tell you that itself. They're not going to be passing the ball as much as we might like to see. They're going to play defense, and they're going to run the ball. Of course, they're going to pass, but I think we just need to make sure that we solidify our front line and our blocking. But talking about our receivers, we of course know that Brandon Cooks is going to be our number one wide receiver. And why wouldn't he be? The man just produces. He's probably the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL. And he continuously has 1,000-yard seasons. And he's never been elected as an All-Pro or to a Pro Bowl. And that's a damn shame. Let's hope Davis Mills can help Brandon Cooks achieve that in his career this season because Brandon Cooks is extremely underrated. And he's going to show you guys why as our wide receiver number one. Followed by number two, my fan favorite, Dat Boy J's favorite, Nico Collins. He's going to have a big year, man. Nico being 6'5", 6'4", 215, he's just going to muscle and just outwork all these cornerbacks. And it's going to be great to see. I think Nico's primed to have a big year. Followed up by Philip Dorsett, who I think his veteran presence, his speed is going to be great in that slot, and we're going to see him put in work. Followed by the two Chris's I think are both going to make the team with Chris Conley and Chris Moore. And then I'm not really sure if they're going to keep another one, but I think if we do, Jalen Camp will probably be that guy for his size and his ability to kind of work the end zone for touchdowns to help kind of Davis Mills in that situation. We know Chester Rogers went to IR. We're going to probably see the release of Connor Weddington and Drew Estrada. It'll probably be their end here in Houston. And I hope we can keep Johnny Johnson III on the practice squad. I think he has a lot of talent. I think we'll see him develop and grow as a member of this team. If nobody else swipes him off of our practice squad, I think Johnny Johnson will be primed to have a big career in the future with a little bit more work. Going into the tight end position, we still know Farrell Brown, even though he hasn't got to play, is supposed to be our tight end one starting the season. That came from Lovie Smith himself, followed by Brevin Jordan. Man, I am a big Brevin Jordan fan. If you could see behind me in my little display case, I have multiple Brevin Jordan autographed rookie cards. I think the world of them. Going into training camp, I thought he was, looking good, looking primed to be that tight end one. I thought he could fill in the hole that John Mechie was going to leave this team as he recovers from leukemia. But Brevin has struggled to stand out in these preseason games. So let's hope that Brevin can get it together, because I know he has the talent. I know he has the skills, and I would just love for him to shine on the field. But Brevin Jordan is going to be our tight end too. I think we got to keep Tegan Quintoriano. I hope that's right, man. I apologize if it's wrong, and I'm sure it is. I think you're going to stash him. And I don't know where we're going to go. I think we're going to keep Seth Green. I don't know if it's going to be a tight end for, if he's going to be eligible for the practice squad, but I think Seth Green has made enough plays where he will be stored away somewhere, with Anthony Eclair maybe going to IR if he hasn't already. For a tackle position, right now I think, of course, we have Tunsil on the left, Titus Howard on the right. Charlie Heck will probably be in there as a swing, even though I think we should probably try to upgrade. And maybe Cedric. I'm going to murder his name. I don't know with him or Austin Deculus. I think we're going to try to stack Deculus into the practice squad. But I think we'll go somewhere around there. With our interior line, I'm hoping to see our first round pick make his way into the starting lineup, but Kenyon Green will hopefully be our left guard for the season, with AJ McCann on the right. I think Scott Quesenberry, so I think we'll have both the Quesenberry brothers on the squad. Scott Quesenberry, man, I'm struggling with names here, will be one of our guards, and Justin McCray, with us having to cut Max Sharping. It's been a good run. He had a great rookie season, and after that, man, it seems like it was a steady decline in his skills, and he has just not been playing like he wants to make this team. So we'll go kind of from there. For center, of course, we have Justin Britt being on one of our center, and maybe Jim Morrissey making the squad as well. Let's see. What do we have next? We're going to go to the defensive side of the ball. Man, it's going to be some tough calls over here on defense. But if we look at our D-line, we know Jonathan Grenard, who's one of our maybe Pro Bowl players that we have. He should have been double-digit sacks if he wouldn't have got hurt. Let's hope Jonathan Grenard can continue this season, and we'll get to double digits. Of course, with the additions from Buffalo, Mario Addison and Jerry Hughes are making the team. Obo Oronquo, I know that's wrong. Let's just call him Obo, man. Obo, that came over from the Los Angeles Rams, he has shined in the preseason and definitely deserves to make this team, along with Rasheem Green. We know we lost Derek Rivers to IR. He had tore something on his bicep. He'll be out for at least a month or two. We'll see if he makes his way back in the rotation, with probably Damian Harris getting released, and sending Michael Duumfor and Adelehio Odelay. Still not wrong. Probably going to our practice squads. Linebackers, man. I don't know how many they're going to keep, but we got Kamu Grugier-Hill and Christian Kirksey, a.k.a. Kirko, of course, kind of being there. We think, Garrett Wallow and Christian Harris are going to be competing for starting spots in this lineup. And both have been dealing with injuries, but I think they got to make the team. Kevin Pierre-Louis, I don't know, but I think Blake Cashman and Neville Hewitt, man, they've had some good good preseasons, and I think Blake Cashman's making this team, man. A lot of people might not agree with me, but I think he will be there. Jay Kinson, we might try to put to the practice squad, and Jalen Revis-Maven might be his end in Houston. As far as our secondary, we know Steven Nelson is going to be starting, and we know our rookie first-round pick, Derek Stingley Jr., will be opposite him, and those two guys will be hopefully locking down the outside, with Desmond King holding down the nickelback position. And from there, we have Tremon Smith and maybe Isaac Yidam. I don't know if that's how you say it. Kind of competing for the other spots with Tavierre Thomas. Tavierre Thomas. Man, names are very hard for me. Kind of going to IR, and probably the release of Kendall Sheffield and Tristan McCollum. We're trying to get Jacoby Francis possibly on the practice squad. For our safeties, I think we got Jalen Petrie, Jonathan Owens, MJ Stewart. I don't know if we keep Eric Murray. I don't think he's really produced, but I think how much his contract is, man. I think it's going to maybe help him make the team. with Graylin Arnold probably making it on our practice squad. If not making the squad, if we can kind of sneak him in there, I think he's had a great preseason. I think he's looked good, and I think we need to find a way to keep him on there. And closing out with the best team, the special team. We got Kaimi Fairbairn, Cam Johnston, and the longest tenured Houston Texans in history, long snapper John Weeks, of course, making the squad. And that is my prediction for the 53-man roster. If yours is different, and I'm sure it will be, please let me know at 512 Texans, or just at me at It's That Boy J 512. Or if we're here on YouTube right now, go ahead and drop a comment and tell me, boy, you're wrong, you're whack, and you need to do better. Just let me know, and I'll get this cheddar. Whatever. Just trying to rhyme. You know what it is, man. So I hope you guys like the content. I'll hopefully get the homie Beto back on here soon. Ricky D will probably call in and drop some of his knowledge on you boys. But thank you guys for continuously tuning into the podcast. Thank you for checking me out on YouTube. I truly appreciate it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And remember, it's DIY. That's do it yourself, because nobody's going to do it for you, baby. I am your host, once again, at It's That Boy J 512 on all social media. The show is at 512 Texans on social media. Check us out. And remember, around here, it's Go Texans. Ja-ja!